I would suspect that it was Madame, based on the fact it was her necklace, so that seems to be where that's pointing. I probably could have just gone under, couldn't I? But also because she could have put the glass into his glass. Like that. Oh, you've saved me again, have you? What a chap. While Monsieur was trying to fix things. So I'm not entirely sure of that, to be fair. Right, we're back around here, aren't we? That was his house. So the post office is around here somewhere. Is there like a little thing that's a post office? I mean, that would explain why there's a lot of these guys around, wouldn't there? Wouldn't it? Is there anything on this level? No. Because I'm actually now worrying, what if for all of this going on, oh, I thought there were stairs. Ah! I hate that pushing forward on the analog stick. Sometimes it's forward, sometimes it's up, and the game is very rarely consistent. No, in through the window. I'll do what I want, mate. But yeah. Something in there. I'm now wondering, with the fact that they live over the printing press, it might be the case that they are they're on the kind of side of the extremists, and he's using an excuse. Although I think if we assume that in general, unless we can prove it. Unless we can prove it otherwise through what other people say, I don't think the game would lie to us. So we must assume then that we're running through random rooms. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going. So, is this? This is the post office, eh? So we know stuff going on here. More stairs? Oh, ah! It's around the post office, he says. This is the post office. They've got a extremist thing around the post office. But we can't find it. So I'm fairly sure that's going to be where we hear about Shepard. Yeah, at the moment, as I said, I'm thinking Madame Gerard, but that might not be the case. And I'm not sure it's particularly wise just to jump in without having been to every single area. But I can't find where the other area is. And I think we've picked up every single piece of evidence, so let's have a look. We've dining room, 7 of 7. Office, 2 of 2. Kitchen, 4 out of 4. 3 out of 3 for André's house. Apothecary, 1 out of 1. Glassmaker, 3 out of 3. So we've gotten every piece of evidence so that we can. So the area we have must be some logical extension of one of these places. The only place we've not thoroughly explored around is the apothecary. So let's go back to the apothecary. Staying out of that fight, thank you very much. So we'll just run to the apothecary and hope that there's another area around there, which will give us another bit of an insight into what's going on. I'm worried that there won't be. We'll just have to do a bit of a stab in the dark, because I can't think of what other area to go to. Other than, I mean, we've been around that post office area, and it wasn't there. And it wasn't around there that we could see. So, and it wasn't above the post office, so it might be that it's in the apothecary, or above the apothecary. I would assume, based on how the other ones have worked, that they want you to run back and forth, backward, or all the way around, and then go back to the starting area. It's what happened with the Red Ghost of the Tuileries. So, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a similar thing here, where it's one of the first people you meet. There's the stairs around here. There are. He's up. He's down there. Ah! Ah! So there's no logical location for us. Well, we have been informed where this extra place is. Right, so we've not stumbled into it by accident. No, it's down here. So the only thing is the apothecary down here. Now, you've not told us anything about where.
The only unusual thing about the evening was that just before the wine was served, Madame Girard's necklace broke. Monsieur Girard tried to fix it at the table.
So Monsieur Girard tried to fix it. Now, it might be that he's trying to fix it and get the glass, in which case it was him, or it might be he's trying to make a fuss about fixing it so as to be a distraction so that she could put the glass in the glass. So I can understand. So based on that, there are arguments based on the evidence we've seen that either of them could be guilty. It's not something I feel particularly safe and comfortable with. Oh, I've done this again. I don't feel particularly safe with this kind of evidence, making an accusation, but I think I might have to if we can't find this other area. So we know there's something around the post office that's extremist base. So I think we're just gonna run down.
What a surprise to meet you. I don't owe you anything. You owe me last.
It was both of them for the slightest of moments. Ah, that's the problem. Is it? In a way, it's helpful that it says this is okay. This is where you need to be to get both of them. The problem is it's not a great system to do that, because you can be both red and then just as you're about to press the assassinate button, they just flicker, and it goes a different way. Right. Post office was around here, wasn't it? I hate you, Arnie. I despise you with a passion. There's no stairs or anything, are there? Right. Just a way to the side. And I don't think there's anything around here, is there? That's...
Do I know you? I don't think I like your tone. I have every right to be.
Maybe go upstairs? Anywhere where there might be evidence. I think at this point we've got to give up on looking for evidence. And we have to just try and calculate what we think is correct. Sadly, I'm not entirely sure how possible it is just to work it out from here. Right. Oh, good for you. You spotted me at long last. Well, this is the post office. That they were based around the post office. So we want to kind of go this way. The post office was around here, wasn't it? I mean, it might be stuff down here. There might be this around here. Uh-oh. No, camera, what are you doing? Thank you. Okay. I'm just thinking of doing this because the reason there might be fighting here so much is because... Okay, so these guys are just doing random attacks. It's not actually in any way profitable to keep fighting. Just like to point out that I was turning. It must be a pretty amazing shot to be able to get around me like that. Right. So let's, now they're being kind of pulled that way. Let's have another meander down here. I don't think it's here. I don't think it makes any kind of sense that it's here. We don't have anything to go on as to why it's round here. Hello. Well, we're in the post office. So this must be where you have your base. So this must be somewhere that's got evidence, because it's been mentioned in this in the murder mystery.
No, you don't.
Why did I put my sword away? Oh no, why did you do that? That was stupid. Unless it was part of your grand ploy, which I don't think it was. Pretty sure we've already been up here. Admittedly, I think I decided not to kill him, but I think we changed. Oh, maybe not. I haven't picked this lock, but there was a 1. Okay. Well, this is the post office. I don't think I have been in here. So let's... Oh, I have been up here, and I ran in, I think, to try and see if there was a way up. Because they were talking about, oh, right, they're based in the post office. Maybe there's another floor that we can get into. There's another floor. I'm not sure if I can get into it, though. No, there's not an attic space we can get into. Right, so there doesn't seem to be any kind of logical way for us to go. So we have to make a wild stab in the dark as to who killed him. I think going with Madame. Which way are we going? We're going back that way, sorry. Oh, my throat's going because I've been talking for too long. I think it's probably best just to kind of explain my logic, and then if I'm wrong, at least you can point out the flaws in my logic. So, first of all, what we know, it was Madame Gérard's necklace that was broken. Not exactly hard evidence. She broke it, it seems, just before the wine came out. Very timely. It was ordered by Patriote, assumably an alias. Assumably an alias. I mean, I hope there isn't a... Well, we've not met a Miss or Mr. Patriote. So, for one of the extremist groups, for them to take. So it's attached to those two. Unless they've got like an attic here, but I don't think that makes any sense. So, actually, are there stairs up here? Oh yeah, we have been up here. This is where the office was. Which we've already explored. And there aren't more stairs. Is there a little way? Is there another place up here? There's an attic. Maybe this is the extra space. Or not. Okay. Well, that's disappointing. Right, so... then, Monsieur hid the glass. Like, well, he took the necklace to repair while she put the glass in there. That's my assumption.
I am Madame Gérard. My husband and I were
It's either
invited
her
to
or
dine,
Monsieur.
and I was looking forward to a lovely eve. You cannot condemn me simply for pretending my necklace broke by accident.
Okay. So then it's Monsieur. It might be hurt by the fact that I can't find the other area.
Citizen Hennebert was a political opponent, but he certainly had my respect. And my wife and I were delighted.
Well, he voted to spare the king. Such men are traitors to the revolution.
I didn't like that. Similar to the last one, is there wasn't enough evidence to say one way or the other. You've got two people who it could easily be, and there's no logical reason to say one versus the other, unless you meant to go, oh, he was repairing it, so he's trying to gather together the glass.
He was a traitor to the revolution. I should get a medal.
Which may well be which may well have been the thinking, is he takes it, and that he took it and gathered it together, but there wasn't any real logical evidence to point to him. It may have been in the 7th location, but having found all of the evidence, it wasn't... They didn't point to an extra location, and none of the areas had another area around them that I could see. And the post office, which seemed to be the logical place for one, unless that wasn't the post office, but considering it was collecting post to send out, I assume it was the post office, didn't have an area around there with like a memorandum to someone saying such and such and such, whatever.
I still can't make this one out. The glass won't break. Odd. Go ahead, choose.
Right, so I think... Claymore. Objective complete. Clue locations visited 7 of 7.
What you found, you'll
I
get
didn't.
there.
What are you talking about? Right, the memory, that's going to get a 2.
Having trouble. It's a tough one, isn't it?
It wasn't terrible, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to put a cut
Shady characters
in...
mixed up in this one, eh?
Yes, they're right. Be quiet. I'm trying to wrap up. We're going to wrap up here, and next time I think we'll do the remaining 2 murder mysteries we have, and then we'll go and do the final mission. That'll probably be the end of that session, because the credits will probably go on forever, like they have done for the last few games. And then, after that, we'll work on the DLC. So, yes. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching.